Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. If there's one thing I learned in 2024, it is that most of us are constantly skating on a very thin layer of ice, and underneath that ice is a concentrated solution of aqua regia, piranha solution, and a host of other toxic goo, radioactive goo, even. And we skate on a very thin ice, separating us between the Earth and all that goo down there. So, for example, I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Back in June, we had a major heat wave, 110-degree weather, and I got COVID-19. I live alone, and when I went out to tend to myself, get my favorite comfort foods, and hydrate myself, and just get some fresh air, I got a lot of hostility. Understandably, I was disoriented, I was dehydrated. I went to my favorite Fry's grocery store. It's owned by Kroger's. I got 6 bananas and I got a kombucha tea. And I sat on a mobility scooter to eat and drink because there was nowhere else to sit. It was 110 degrees outside in my car, right? I'm recording this in November. If this happened today, I would just sit in my car, right? I do that a lot, right? And the store security was very hostile to me. Now you got to remember, what was I doing a week before that? It wasn't like I was living on the street a week before that. No, I was teaching at Phoenix College at the time. Was doing a great job. I was getting very high performance reviews. I was getting very high student evaluations. We do that twice a semester. And somebody coughed or sneezed or didn't wash their hands, and that's all that separated me from solid ground to the aqua regia piranha solution and radioactive goo, right? And I want to fortify my position a little bit better so that I have a thicker piece of ice to sit on next semester. And what am I doing to fortify that? Well, one thing I learned from that particular experience is that no matter what you do for a living, everybody in this world is very important, right? You go to the grocery store on a good day, you make sure to say hello to the security guard, wish him a happy Thanksgiving, because you never know when that good rapport with him is gonna be useful. Ditto with at your job, right? Even though I'm a professor at the local community college, when I see the janitors, when I see the police officers there, and other people, to make sure to build good rapport, right? And find out what they like to do for fun, and make sure to talk about that as well, right? You make sure to build good rapport with those people and avoid any sensitive subjects, right? Because chances are they may not have the same religious or political views as you. You don't want that to serve as a divider between the two of you, right? And that's why I really love the God of dislikes, because nobody's going to believe that's a serious. Everybody could just laugh about it, right? And so that kind of becomes a stand-in for any sort of religion. If I ask people to pray for me, it's to the God of Peter dislikes, right? And it builds good rapport. Everybody can laugh about it. Nobody really gets offended by it, right? Everybody can laugh about it. So, and the other thing I want to do, obviously, and I'm working on it right now, is to accumulate more bismuth and be a better artist and make some connections there, and also max out my Roth IRA, um, and make connections, right? So I went on a blind date for the first time in years, and you know what? It may not turn out to be the one, but it's a good friend. And I noticed something interesting happened when I took her to my favorite restaurant. I got a lot more respect at the restaurant. I think dating and marriage has become almost like a social exam in our did you pass the exam or not, right? It's like going to the restaurant with an A on my social report card, right? It kind of feels like that, right? It's unfortunate that our society behaves that way. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum.